Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News, and so much going on right now. We've got some agent buffs happening, some roster changes potentially happening very soon indeed. Loads of drama in all the playoffs across the board, but OpTic Gaming confirming their spot back to Masters Copenhagen to defend their crown, and Marv saying emphatically they are still the #1 team in the world. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Videos of the channel, thank you very much indeed for doing that one. Smash through 20k, love to see that one. This, first of all, were the scenes from the Japanese playoffs. Honestly, incredible. This venue can probably fit more people than this. They've got like 12,000 people here, and I think it's honestly like even partial capacity due to kind of local restrictions and stuff. So this is honestly phenomenal. Watching like a crowd at a venue like this for Valorant is just spectacular. And this is the Japanese playoffs, right? A big series yesterday, another big series coming up today. First of all, though, speaking of crowds, Masters Copenhagen will have a crowd. This is kind of what I predicted yesterday. Honestly, my predictions yesterday were fire. I got a lot of the ones right in the VCT matches as well. But I mean, anyway, as it turned out right here, Copenhagen will have a crowd for the final few days of the event. So not for the first part of it, but the final 3 days, which I'm pretty sure is when the top 4 teams become the champion, is that when there is going to be, actually fans in the venue. So if you guys want to buy tickets, tickets are available on July the 1st, and it'll be the first Valorant event to have a crowd. So about time, to be honest, like a first official VCT, I suppose, event as well. But yeah, good stuff from the guys getting this one sorted. If you're local, I'm sure it'll be a great tournament. And hopefully we get OpTic in the finals, hopefully we get Fnatic in the finals. That's at least what I'm looking for, but still, we shall see how it goes. Both of those teams locked in their qualification though yesterday. Let's talk agents though. Apparently there's another new agent on the way, codename Mage. We'll see how exactly this goes, but I mean, they're just bringing new agents along all the time. But in fairness, like a FaZe, like a Neon, Chamber, they've all come into utility relatively recently as of late. But there certainly are some agents that barely are used at all. Now, two of which are certainly the likes of Phoenix and also Yoru, right? They changed Yoru, tried to make him better, but effectively no one uses him anyway. And Phoenix rarely ever used at all. Now, KO is, I think KO's really good, to be honest. But apparently in terms of low win rates, in terms of win rate percentage in ranked play, they actually have in solo queue, they actually have pretty low win rates. Therefore, I guess maybe that's what they're thinking to determine whether they're going to buff or nerf them or not, which maybe isn't the greatest idea, just because in pro play, it's a little bit different probably to what you see right here. But still, they've decided seemingly to make changes to these, to these agents. Now, the KO changes are like this. So for the fragments, they've removed the line of sight requirement to deal damage. They've reduced the kind of range of the zone, but now, like, you don't have to be, looking at them, I guess it can go through walls or whatever. That's rather interesting. And then also when KO is revived in the kind of ultimate state, allies are the only ones that hear the full audio, enemies only hear like a short audio cue. So that certainly indicates something as well. So KO, this has got to be a buff for KO, right? Which is pretty interesting because already a pretty strong agent that is used relatively often in professional play. 2 other agents also getting buffed. Phoenix as well. This is what they're testing out right now on the kind of public beta environment, whether this is a good idea or not. But effectively like the curveball, max duration of the flash extended, flash windup is decreased as well, and then the blaze wall, if he stops bending the wall early, he'll pull a gun out faster. So some small buffs there to Phoenix that might make a significant difference, we shall see. And also Yoru as well, time to unequip decreased down from 1.2 to 0.8, and then duration of his ultimate increased the other way around. So small changes, but still might make these agents more viable. We shall see how it goes. Now, wanted to talk roster stuff as well, because Luminosity Gaming, of course, the now ex-Luminosity Gaming team, that LG decided, okay, look, we're not going to get a franchise spot, we're out of here, like I'm dropping the roster on the neck effectively, but still like kind of representing LG until the end of the year, which is, it's now kind of the end of the year for them. Now, seemingly, they're looking to actually get picked up by Shopify Rebellion. This is a team that, of course, has been involved in the kind of game changer side, the female scene with a good team for quite some time. They've applied for partnership, and potentially, if Riot thinks, okay, one of these teams that supported the game changer side, they want to get involved with, they could be a team that gets a spot somewhere or another. I kind of doubt it's going to happen in North America, but who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, they seem rather confident, because if they're going to sign the LG roster and then not get a franchise spot, they just waste a lot of money in theory, right? So maybe that's what they're going to decide to do. But keep an eye on this one, right? If an organization is going to swoop in that LG team, a pretty solid squad on the up as of late in stage 2. And this also major piece of news yesterday coming out of the Fortnite scene, would you believe it, of BenjyFishy. Like, I mean, I'm not exactly, is it Benji? I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, this guy, one of the biggest Fortnite players and kind of competitive players for the last couple of years, really. And he said that, like, look, Fortnite, he's had enough of it, effectively, like, it's time to move on. And he wants to move into competing in Valorant, effectively, on a professional level. Like, some of these Fortnite generation kids, like, yes, Fortnite gets a bad rap, and maybe understandably so, but at the same time, some of the talents that it has developed, like, are just unbelievable on the keyboard and mouse, on the sticks, honestly. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen to this guy's future, but some people are saying this guy's just so individually talented that he's going to end up getting a spot in the franchise league next year. So we shall see. But I mean, yeah, he's going to bring an awful lot of eyeballs. He's still going to be on NRG right now. It's kind of interesting, actually, because he's on NRG as an organization, but he's not going to be on their starting team for now, but he's apparently apparently going to make Valorant content with them over the coming months, and then who knows what happens next year in the franchise side, right? But yeah, definitely an interesting storyline to keep your eyes on, and who knows what else happens there, right? If Fortnite is taking its toll on some of these kind of younger generation talents that then move over to Valorant and other FPS games, and Valorant seems to be a very attractive one right now, then you're only going to see more of this over the coming, weeks and months, I'm sure, as well. So this, I think, is a big scalp to take for Valorant, especially if he proves to be good enough to actually start on a roster going into next season, right? So thought that was exciting, but let's talk about players that are currently on starting teams, none other than Turko here of Fnatic. Look at this outplay that he does right here on the other Rays. He actually said in the comms right here, I just diffed that guy, and well, goes on to get the 3-piece. I mean, look, absolutely phenomenal right here. He knows the ult's coming in from the back, just jetpacks over his head or uses the boost pack or whatever, and gets the 3-piece as well. This is, of course, well, Fnatic versus Guild last night. Massive series for them. This actually only a best of 3. Strange really how the kind of regions differ in terms of their format, right? Just a best of 3 to determine who would go through to, well, at this point, I suppose all these teams are already qualified for Masters Copenhagen. Doesn't really matter, like these series being best of 3 in that sense. And obviously Fnatic, they're the best team. They come through, they get the job done. They've advanced to the grand finals. The team's happy about it. But yeah, no real surprises there. I think Fnatic pretty much expected to win. Close series though. Guild put up a good fight, but Fnatic too good. I just want to see them play OpTic at some point or another at Masters Copenhagen. I think that'd be a great kind of battle between the two arguably best teams in the world. Now, hopefully FPX also gets to go. They take down M3C, kind of as I predicted yesterday. I thought obviously fair play, M3C put up a good fight, but Angel and Co are just too good. But I really do hope that now that Angel and FPX have qualified again, they actually can go with their team. Because last time out at Masters, they qualified, but they weren't even able to go because they had to take too many substitutes due to the kind of global situation, and therefore they weren't even able to play with their team. Hopefully they can go with their full roster and Angel can actually go out there, because without Angel, they're definitely not the same squad. So, hopefully that happens, because these guys are so much fun to watch when they're on form, as they were in this series, and a massive result up against M3C last night to knock them out of the tournament and confirm their passage to Masters Copenhagen. Right, Chronicle had a good series, but yeah, Sent goes the way of FPX 13-11, 13-9 on the breeze, they bounce back M3C, but then 13-4 on the fracture, dominated in this final map. zyppan was going off, everyone was pretty much positive, and RDs didn't even have to do that much on the chamber. Let's talk the North American region then. So 2 massive series yesterday. Of course, NA with only 2 spots, it's much more tightly contested, but one of those spots was going to be determined yesterday. Shout out to Valorant as well on the desk. I thought he did a fantastic job on the analyst desk. But yeah, here we go, the OpTic series. This was a best of 5, exit 1, game 1. But yeah, what did I say yesterday, right? 3-1 OpTic. That's exactly how it went down. This round is honestly just so incredible that Chamber is able to do this. And well, obviously, yeah, is able to do this as well. But you've got to think, really, that it's just so remarkable how they can be on an eco, and then Chamber's like, okay, yeah, I'll just pull out the headhunter and buy a few shots here, and then just get an ace. I mean, Ye actually fired here, unfortunately, 6 bullets. This was a 6-bullet ace, I think, in, 5 kills, 6 bullets fired. He could have honestly gone 5 for 5, like, it was so close from doing it. But, I mean, yeah, this is just what happens sometimes, right, when you're playing up against what is effectively a free Guardian in this headhunter. He just, buys it relatively cheaply, and then comes up with 5 kills. Like, yeah, phenomenal round from Ye, but this was a critical round, really, as time progressed here, because it just felt like this was swinging the momentum back in OpTic's favor when Ye could just pull something like this out. He had a ridiculous icebox, right? This guy is so difficult to stop on this map. I think it was like 34-11 or something on icebox. Like, I mean, yeah, Chamber, but also Ye, just unbeatable. And then OpTic make a massive comeback here on this final one, on the center. I think they were down 9-3 at the half time. The 9-3 curse comes through again, 11-13 in their favor at the end. Close series, Exit played phenomenally, but in the end, Breeze just too good for OpTic. 13-6 on the final map, locking in Copenhagen, but also, of course, locking in the finals to actually try and win their region that they lost last time to the Guard in the grand finals there. But yeah, OpTic just too strong. Exit, great team. I thought they played well, but I mean, yeah, OpTic just have too many heavy hitters really across the board to deal with. They were struggling with their physical health because it all like tested positive, and as FNS says, I'm going to go back to throwing up, right? And Ye actually described how like it was hitting our guys hard, like he's saying I can't even breathe mid-round actually, and saying that him and Crashies, who were both unwell, were still able to perform. So they still played great. They're going to need to take a few days off, I suppose, to rest up for the upcoming games, but of course they do a final to play in just a couple of days time. And even Chet's throwing a few daggers the way of Dephh on Exit side, kind of using the classic Rossi thing where he says, okay, Dephh doesn't know what he's talking about on the Exit side, right? But yeah, fair play to OpTic. Despite the difficult circumstances, they come through, still prove they're the best team in North America, and from Marv's point of view, still prove they're the best team in the world. This is kind of what Marv says on the matter after the fact, saying that he's still confident that OpTic are number 1 and they are the team to beat.
Think that OpTic's going to do the back-to-back?
Don't say it. Don't
yeah,
say
hopefully.
it.
I mean, that's our goal.
Yeah.
We're feeling really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
you feel like you're the
obviously,
strongest team in the world right now?
You're putting me on the spot, Golden Boy. I mean, all the
Maybe
kids are
I'm trying to
attacking
get
me
some
after this one,
material.
bro.
I'm trying to get some material, puppy. Come
Yes,
on.
we are the best. We are the best team in the world. Yes.
I think
love
they
that.
gotta
That's
be
what's
as
up,
well.
man. Hey, dude, I appreciate
I think
you.
you
I
can
can't wait to
argue
see you in
it, but
Copenhagen, man. And genuinely,
logically
I think,
speaking, you gotta say
you
they
guys
are.
Have just
Crysel's did his best. Zekken had a decent series as well, right? I mean, yeah, as you can see, over these 4 maps that they played, it really was this game 2 on Icebox that was a standout to me when Jaeger's 34-11. Like, just absolutely outrageous. It was the battle of the chambers, honestly, on this Icebox, sorry. Which, I mean, look, there's no surprises there. 400 ACS, though. Don't see that every day. And then Breeze, in the end, a great team effort, really crashes as well. On the Sova was absolutely killing it. So that's the series done. Except, though, still got a chance to qualify. They go down to losers bracket, and they shall play FaZe. I also kind of predicted this one yesterday. I thought FaZe was just about the stronger team. NRG playing from their kind of home situation wasn't going to be ideal. FaZe demolished NRG in the first half of this game. It's so interesting, though, that FaZe are such a first-round team. Doesn't matter, like, which map they play. They're always going to dominate, generally, the first half, and then they're very liable to get comebacked on. The statistics here are honestly remarkable. Like, Matt Liu actually points us out from Weltis Games. FaZe, like, look at their half win percentage. Like, this doesn't look like crazy or anything, really, but this is the entirety of the stage. 58% of their rounds they win in the first half. That's like elite level, OpTic level. Second half, though, they only win 46% of rounds. Like, it doesn't seem to matter whether they start on offense or defense or whatever. They just win way more rounds on the first half than the second half. And, I mean, yes, it's kind of bizarre, actually, as he describes it. There's so many times they go up 10-2, and then it's looking so suspect that FaZe eventually do win the game 1, and then when they have a bad first half, as they did here on this game 2, on the Haven, then they just get blown out of the water, right? So NRG won this game 2 to potentially keep the series alive. Dicey was doing his best here with a nice little 1v2, finishing it off with the chamber. No surprises there to close out the rounds, but in the end, it goes all the way to an ascent, and it's FaZe with just a dominant performance. Supermen should not have been able to clutch this 1v4, right? I'm sure they're just going to kick themselves for this one. Like, I mean, yeah, even this challenge right here, like, I'm not really sure what they're playing at, and it's so questionable, the plays that NRG just made there to throw away that 1 versus 4. It was a nice clutch, don't get me wrong, but they just completely gifted that there to Supermen. But, I mean, still, that was a 7-0 advantage of FaZe. They're not going to squander that one, and they get over the line. As babybay says, best Neon and A turned into best KO and A. Clickbait. GG's NRG. Like, yeah, the guys played great on FaZe, especially when it mattered in the final map of the series. And as Poise says, he's really proud of the FaZe guys, right? What this team's been able to do in under 2 months has been insane. 1 win away from playing in an international LAN event with a crowd. Can't believe it. So we shall see. They play 1 massive series today up against xNed, and the winner of that will determine the team that goes all the way through to Masters Copenhagen. And it's interesting because Dicey and babybay have been the 2 hard carries so far for this team. And now when Superman turns up and has a massive series, they have another kind of, well, they have another trick up their sleeve, I suppose, in terms of players that can take over, right? So NRG didn't play their best, but yeah, FaZe I thought were phenomenal. And despite the 13-8 for NRG here, it was 13-8. They're way back on the final map of the series. So here we go. Let's dive into what everything looks like. This is EMEA. These 3 teams have already qualified. I feel like Fnatic are still going to win this. I might just take FBX to win the losers finals, but maybe my prediction luck has run out, to be honest. This is North America, right? So xNed versus FaZe, really tough to call. I think that xNed should be favored, but somehow I believe in the FaZe Clan miracle run here. I thought that with Superman turning up yesterday, they've shown a different level. They just need to win some more second half rounds. xNed are a very solid team, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like OpTic and FaZe, that'd be like that'd be a beautiful kind of, well, at least from a Call of Duty fans perspective, grand final to have their OpTic versus FaZe in the final. So I'm going to take FaZe to win this. It's a bit of a boisterous call. This, just to mention real quick, is Brazil. Louder in the grand finals. No surprises there. They just demolish F1, right? They don't even lose a map. It's honestly just it's incredible to even look at how this one goes. And then this is Japan, right? With that incredible crowd they had. We are going to have a rematch today of the grand final between Zeta and North Eption, as we saw, with Zeta won. So probably they're the favourites again here in the grand finals in front of that incredible crowd to qualify to Masters in Copenhagen. But very much intrigued your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit on the like button, tell us the YouTube gods, that's a good video. Others like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Valorant community. Thank you as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.